What up, guys? So I know I've been away for many months. Just want to do a tour of my setup. I'm currently moving, in the process of moving states. Nothing happened here at the shop, just new part of my life. So I just want to show you guys a tour. So I've been a mechanic for the last 5 years. Currently working on a Jeep right now. But yeah, so I'm gonna start off with my roll car and then my box and then my little table over there, which is all mine. So I'm just gonna go over the basics first. So here's my Harbor Freight 5-drawer roll car. It's been through some hell. Put a car down on it once. I always leave the top drawer open. I got the side cabinet. I got some water, some battery cleaner, brake cleaner. I have some Enforce or penetrating fluid, some Permatex, anti-seize, and then a anti-corrosive battery spray. We also use for brake grease. We use the green shit right here. We got some extra mac and cheese. This is what we use for our brakes. I'm currently running low. Not really worried about replacing it because, like I said, I am leaving. But yeah, I guess I'll just go over the top. So back here, I got a mirror. I got a magnet. I got a one of those tool truck little screwdrivers. I got a extremely long flathead, snap-on, long pick tool or pry tool for those black clips. Same here, smaller one. Got a Cornwall one found underneath the hood. That was a good find. Craftsman screwdriver. Still got the good Craftsman line. Never can go wrong. This one's really just has a broken tip. I just push back calipers if I got a pry in there. Snap on normal size. Then you got your stubby Craftsman, and then my two main picks. The other ones are my blacks. I use those all the time. A couple Phillips heads, nothing major. Bigger and smaller one with a stubby, mini 1/2-inch extension, and then a 100 foot-pound torque wrench or torque stick. And then your Pittsburgh pry bar set. So from the smallest to the biggest. So I got my 1/2-inch. This is a Mako set. Probably could have got Sonex. It's basically the same shit. But Mako 1/2-inch swivel socket set. These are really good for doing suspension and brakes. So I guess it's from, what is this, like 12? Yeah, 12 to 24. All the way back here. Then you got your 17, 19, 21. Good old Craftsman set. Since I had from the beginning. He's been rocking out for the last 5 years. And then I also have the 3/8 Sonex set, which gets used, which I have sort of just what I need here. I got like 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, and then 15. I think it doesn't skip. And then I have all the way up to 21. I never use a 21 on a 3/8 gun, but never know. Little universal. And then, the Craftsman double jointed universal, which sucks. So I have a non-skip set of Sonex sockets, which I mainly just use. I've had these for like a couple years now, but they really haven't like worn down much. I did lose a couple, so my 16 and 15 are just my Craftsman chromes. Really don't worry about it. Same with my 14 stubby or small. Really not worried about it. Those are just everyday beat up sockets. I do have a magnet tray over here. Which I had to take skid plates off, so that's what those bolts are. These bolts are for taking off rotors for like Japanese cars, so they'll have the holes in the rotors, so you can just take those off without hammering them off. These ones are for, I think Ford does these. Trying to remember, not sure, but it is for rotor screws. So I just save those because always popping off rotors. Sometimes you got to save them. So you got a hood hold up tool by Mako. I got a brush. I leave this always out. This is my go-to Mako pliers. Nice, good pointed ends. You can really get in there. That's what I like about it. This is my go-to ratchet. Snap-on. I guess like a mid-size. Currently, it's got a Mako extension on it, locking extension for the oil filter housing or oil filter cup for what is it called? The Jeeps 24 millimeter. Stubby 3/8 Milwaukee gun. Got this. Love this. If you were to get any gun, I wouldn't even I wouldn't even, now this is a mess. This is a massive drawer. I never fully moved in from this box when I bought it in January. Never fucking buy this. If you're gonna take your money, buy this goddamn thing all day long. But yeah. Also, I don't use this gun every day. My main gun is either my Milwaukee for taking off wheels, and or the Ingersoll Rand. Way more balls, and a lot quieter of a gun. But this was my first gun. I figured I'd put some oil in and just see if it even worked still. So yeah, that's what I was doing. But I'm gonna go through the drawers now. Also, I have a nice 32-ounce hammer and 2 caliper hooks. So over here you have the Mako, I guess what, platinum whatever wrenches. These are rebranded to Mako. So I have, you know, 8 through 10, the whole set all the way through 17 and 19 on this one. I use these all the time. I did also buy this set. I even bought the 8mm one. Now, the one thing I like about these is because you only need 5 wrenches instead of having a whole set. But also these are offsetted, the ratcheting's offsetted, and then you also have the lock. You can change the lock or whatever direction you need to go in. While these, you need to flip the whole wrench, so you gotta turn this way, flip it to turn the other way. So if you end up getting the wrench stuck, you're sort of fucked. So yeah, there's that. So over in this drawer, what is it called? The rubber matting ended up deteriorating, sort of like right here. I've had this car for like 4 years or 3 years now. As you can see, just been beating the shit out of completely. So yeah, some Napa gloves. I have 1 bungee cord. I don't know where my other one is. Compressor or brake compressor by Lang to push back the pistons. Went through that drawer. So this one's just very basic. I have a long 3/8 ratchet. I got a couple extensions, just stuff I need. I got a 7mm on a extension, locking extension by Mako or Mac. My go-to pliers. I really never use the claw ever. Small snap-on ratchet. Honestly, love this thing. It's really good, handy. I like the size. If we go down, here's a mess of pliers. So I have the Blue Point set. I ended up losing the needle nose, so I replaced it with a small set of snap-on pliers, black handle, and there should be, here we go. I really need to reorganize this. I wanted to get the pliers set, the small one that Harbor Freight has, because it would fit perfectly in here. I looked it up. I just haven't yet. The longer set, obviously. Got some Nipex. So assortment of those. Long needle nose, plenty of vice grips in here, long channel locks, hose remover pliers by Pittsburgh. I got 2 assortment of those. I have this set. Yeah, and that's basically it for this drawer. It's sort of just pick out and throw right back in. And then this drawer is just empty. Usually this is like my overstock drawer. So if I'm using multiple tools from different jobs, say if I'm like 3/4 of the way in one job and I have to bounce to something else, I'll just put those tools, those bolts and everything organized in here, and then I can work fresh on my other jobs. So then I'm not, you know, bouncing in between different stuff and mixing shit up, and that's basically it. So down here I got wood for putting on lift arms if I gotta lift cars, just a couple different boxes, a quick pan if I need to bleed brakes or drain anything. You know, another compressor for brakes, and then a box of rags. And then also I replaced the other casters because they do come straight with swivel casters, so the cart is fully movable. I can just sort of do whatever with it, and it will do as I need. Also, the only thing that's on my lift, I do have a oh, actually let me cover that out. So the only thing on my lift is a my air chuck by Blue Point, which I need to have fixed, honestly. But yeah.